My name is Jake, and I'm here with Callie Plagge. We're here at E3 2017, and we both just played some Assassin's Creed Origins, finally, after waiting a long time for this game to finally get revealed. So we're going to give you guys some impressions of it.
Who are you? What do you want? I'm Bayakosiwa, and I seek information on the crocodile.
First of all, it is in Egypt. The leaks were true, and we really liked the Egypt setting. I'm a big Egypt nerd, and I just liked that you see Anubis and jackal heads and stuff like that. So it's fun to explore that and to sail the Nile.
Yeah, and in true Assassin's Creed fashion, it's very detailed.
Yes.
It seems like everywhere you go, people have their own schedules that they're following. Some people go to work, some people go to bed, and that is actually new to the Assassin's Creed franchise. Normally NPCs just kind of blunder around the map or the world, but in this, they actually made a point that even the animals apparently, have their own schedules that they follow, which I think is cool. That adds a lot to the world.
And you may or may not encounter a crocodile or a hippo, and it may or may not attack you. And you can fight it, and that's pretty cool.
Which happened to both of us.
It happened. It sunk my ship. So.
And horseback riding is back, and it is very important to this game. The world is huge.
And it's all seamless, like switching from horseback to the boats to, you have that eagle you can control overhead that can see like waypoints and things around you. All of that transitions really seamlessly. Yeah,
and you can walk right up into buildings. I don't think I saw a single loading screen except for when I died. But another drum that they're hitting really hard with this is more of an RPG than past games. You want to talk about that a little bit?
Yeah, they specifically called it an action RPG. So rather than being an action adventure game or a stealth game, they're really hitting the RPG stuff. So there's a skill tree which branches out into like you can kind of customize to be a hunter or archer or brute force warrior or be a little bit more stealthy and tricky, and you can blend those because they all are in this like web, so they're not separate trees, which is really cool. So you can kind of, if you want to be a sneaky archer, which is a playstyle I really like doing, that's possible, and it's really cool to have more control over how you be an assassin. Yeah,
it adds a lot more to it. It doesn't feel like just a beautiful looking action game. It seems like it's got a little bit more depth to it thanks to those systems. And there's loot too. So as you progress, you'll be leveling up, you'll be getting different armor sets, different cloaks, different weapons.
And that ties into combat. A lot of those RPG elements have to do with the combat, which is a little tweaked. It was very Dark Souls-like. Do you want to talk about that a bit?
Yeah, so each weapon you pick up, for the most part, like there's swords, there's spears, there's hammers, have different sort of play style, which is similar to Dark Souls in that sense. But it's also, you've got your heavy attack on the right trigger, and then you've got your weaker attack on the bumper, and basically what you want to do is get around your enemies, watch their patterns, and strike. It reminded me a lot of Dark Souls.
Yeah, a lot more
easier.
Countering and reading the opponent was really important. I died because I was just trying to do like a more Assassin's Creed style thing. It doesn't feel like Assassin's Creed, which I thought was refreshing.
Yeah, I think it's much harder than the original Assassin's Creed games. It requires a bit more from the player, which I really enjoyed. But you said you weren't totally in love with it, though.
I thought it was a little bit clumsy. Part of that was just adjusting to a new game, obviously, but some of the movement was a little weird. There were parts where I was trying to like come down from a ledge and it didn't quite work, or I dove into water when I just wanted to drop down to a ledge. So there were things like that kinks that might get worked out when the game is finished. Obviously, it's not done, but there was stuff like that where movement, and because movement is so important to this kind of combat, it felt a little encumbered to me. Yeah. So I'm waiting to see if I like that after I play a little more.
So having played for about an hour each, what is your overall opinion of Assassin's Creed Origins?
Well, I think it's really cool that they're really striving to be a bona fide open world RPG, and that's really intriguing to me, and I'm actually really excited for this game when I haven't been excited for an Assassin's Creed game in forever. And Egypt, of course, is a phenomenal setting. I think there's so much mystery to Egypt, and a lot of people are really fascinated by it, that they have room to tell a really interesting story.
Yeah, I agree. As someone who's not a huge Assassin's Creed fan, in fact, I don't really like those games that much, this one has me very excited. It reminds me a lot of The Witcher, which is cool.
Yeah. We also got to play on the Xbox One X, which was really cool. It looked really beautiful, and with all of those things combined, it was a really nice package.
So that's what we thought of Assassin's Creed Origins. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to subscribe and stay tuned because we've got plenty of more E3 stuff coming your way.